Hello, my name is Rossella, and today I'm going to do the C paper included in this book. Don't forget to share it, like it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can visit my website, virtuoso.com, where you can see all the material that I publish. It's quite a lot. I hope you like it. Bye! In this first section, relating to rhythm, we need to answer 5 questions. The first one asks us to circle the right time signature for the given bars. First, we need to look at the overall thing and see if something catches our eye. And I think these 2 quavers are important, and this crotchet as well. This is a quaver, this is another quaver. So I think this is not compound, but it's simple. So 3 in the space of 2, that makes it 2 semiquavers equals to a quaver. So all of this together is a crotchet. This one is also a crotchet. This one is a crotchet on its own. And then this quaver plus this quaver makes another crotchet. So here we've got like a minim altogether. Let's say it that way. We said that already. 6/8 is not possible here. We don't have a compound time. We don't, our subdivisions are not 3, but they are 2. Otherwise, these 2 quavers together couldn't be possible. And these 2 quavers together couldn't be possible. So how many crotchets do we have? 3 or 4, as in 2 minims. Well, we have 2 minims here. So the answer is 2 halves, because this is equivalent to 2 halves, which is 2 minims. Next one. This might be a compound time, because look at this. We have a semiquaver, and another semiquaver. Now, if this is confirmed, we're going to be in 9/16, because this is the only time signature that reflects that talks about semiquavers. This is 3 crotchets, and this is 12 quavers. So let's have a look. 1, 2, and 3 semiquavers. 1, 2, and 3 semiquavers. So yes, here we have 1, 2, 3 semiquavers, 1, 2, 3 semiquavers, and 1, 2, 3 semiquavers. So the answer is 9/16. You see, it's very easy if you just go for the easiest thing in the bar. The easiest thing here in the bar, this is very confusing, but this is not. This is a crotchet. This is a crotchet, 3 in the space of 2. So let's have a look. This is a crotchet, and this is a crotchet, and this is also a crotchet. We have 3 crotchets here. If all goes well, we might have other 3 crotchets here and being in 6/4, because 6/4 is 6 crotchets grouped in 3s. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. It can be 3/4 because this is already 3/4 and we have another half of the bar. So it can be in 16th because literally there are just 2 16th notes here, and if we count in semiquavers, we should have more. This is another crotchet. This is a quaver and another quaver, so this is another crotchet, and this is another crotchet. So definitely this is the middle of the bar, and this is why they are grouped together, and we are in 6/4. Sorted. There will soon be some videos about time signatures, etc. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and get a notification. Watch them. They will be very fun and useful at the same time. Trust me on this. Question 2. In this question, we have a bar written in compound time, and the same bar should be written in simple time here. So we need to check which one of these is the only correct version of it. First, the time signature. 12/8 means 12 quavers grouped in 3s. So we have for each of the group of 3 quavers, we have 2 quavers instead. 3 seats in compound time become 2 in simple time. There is a TikTok video about this and I link it above. So we have 4 times these, so 4 times these, each of them is a crotchet. So our new time signature is 4 crotchets because we have 4 of these items here. And the equivalences are very easy if you think this way. A dotted crotchet, 3 seats, becomes a normal crotchet because it must include just 2 seats, 2 subdivisions. So 2. Why did I write? So I can write it here. Can I? 3 seats need to be in the space of 2. In this case, we have literally every seat occupied, so we cannot take anything out. We just need to create the special symbol. I put it here so we can see the as we go along, we can see the bar down here. So 3 in the space of 2. We need the special ticket to make this happen, and this ticket is special ticket is the number 3, the triplet. Vice versa here, the 2 in the space of 3 would fit perfectly in the 2 seats, so we don't need a special ticket here. So we will have just 2 quavers. And again, a dotted crotchet becomes a normal crotchet, so we will have this. In other words, we will have, so just 2 quavers here. A crotchet, so 4/4, a crotchet, a triplet sign, 2 quavers, and a crotchet. Where do we have this? I believe it's the second one here. The difference between these two is the time signature. It can't be 2 minims. It's 2 crotchets because it's 3 becomes 2, and 2 quavers are a crotchet. And that's it. No matter the time signature, 2 quavers equals a crotchet. So that's the right answer. Next one. In this third question, we need to complete the sentences by adding a number each. In 4 halves, so we have 4 minims, okay, 4 minims, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is equal to, you can spend 15 minutes with fractions, etc. I'll tell you that these are 3 crotchets, 1, 2, and 3 in the space of 2. So this is equivalent to 2 crotchets. So what is it? 1 minim beat. That's it. As simple as that. Spend 15 minutes with all the fractions, 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 15 minutes. I did it musically. 3 in the space of 2 equals 1 minim. A double dotted minim is equal to a number of quavers. So double dot on the minim means a minim plus a crotchet plus a quaver. A minim is 4 quavers. A crotchet is 2 quavers and another quaver. I think the answer is 7. Question 4. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the bar correctly, the only bar that is correctly grouped. And first of all, we need to look at the time signature. 4/8 means 4 quavers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is important that we keep the middle of the bar always visible. Where do we have this? Let's start from the first. We have 1 semiquaver and another semiquaver here, semiquaver, semiquaver. So we have 2 quavers here. One it's here and 1 it's here. Then we have the middle of the bar. We have 3 in the space of 2 plus a semiquaver, so this is another quaver. And we have another quaver. I think that this is the right answer. Let's check here. They mixed together here one semiquaver, and another semiquaver. So why do we have like a quaver and a half in the middle? That doesn't make any sense. And here they forgot a semiquaver because we have a semiquaver, and where's the other one? Here we have more than two quavers, a quaver, and a quaver, and a semiquaver. Doesn't make any sense. The two halves need to be even. There you go. Sorted. If you don't start from the time signature, well, you're stuck. You get stuck on this. I hope it's useful. Question 5. In this question, we need to tick across each box to show whether the rest has been correctly or incorrectly added. And this is not just about adding up correctly, but it's also about grouping, and grouping relates to the time signature as ever. We need to have 1, 2, and 3 quavers, and 1, 2, and 3 quavers on the other side, with the middle of the bar clearly indicated. In the middle, nothing in between. So 3 and 3 equals 6 quavers. 1, 2, and 3. This is correct. Yeah. How else can we say this? That's the only possible way. Next one. 1, 2, and 3. So this is correct. Then we have a demi-semiquaver, and then that's correct. Yeah, why not? Yeah. The half of the bar is here, and we have a two of them make a semiquaver, and then this is the other semiquaver, so perfect. Here I think there's a mistake, and I'm saying this because I already see a quaver and another quaver. When we have this figure, why do we need to use two semiquavers first of all instead of a quaver rest? And if we have a quaver and a quaver, why don't we use a crotchet? So instead here we need a crotchet rest. So this is incorrect. Bear in mind that this is something that we just need to remember. Position 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3 in the accounting, right? 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Position 2 and 3 cannot be merged. So if the notes were here and the rests were here, we could not write it like this. This is incorrect, but it would have been 2 semiquavers, a quaver, a quaver. This is a rule in music, and don't ask me why. Anyway, we finished section 1 in literally no time. Section 2. This section relates to pitch, and we need to answer 4 questions about it. In the first two, in the first one, we have a note written in the tenor clef, and we need to read it. We need to say the name. If you have watched my videos about clefs, there are 4, and I linked them below and on the card up here. You should know that the tenor clef is treble minus 1. So this note in treble clef would be Do, C, minus 1 is B. Next one, we need to take the correct enharmonic equivalent of this note written in the bass clef. The enharmonic note is a note that has the same sound but a different name. So we need a small keyboard for that. Okay. This note is Do flat. Do flat is this one. This note could be called B or La double sharp, A double sharp. In this case, we have A double sharp here. So that's the final answer. Done. Question 3. In this question, we need to tick across the boxes to show whether this bar has been correctly rewritten down a major third. Now, a major third is just 2 tones. So we need a keyboard. If you don't want to write a keyboard each time, you can download mine from the website. I'll link it below or up here. There is a number of useful cheat sheets and useful resources for learners or teachers, and you can download them for free and go and find it. Otherwise, you can draw your own one. First of all, the key signature. With 2 flats, the penultimate one tells us the key, and there are some videos about it, but I'll tell you later on in the paper. And our key is B flat major or G minor, but in this case it doesn't matter because the minor and major keys and relative major, relative minor share the same key signature. So we don't need to know if it's minor or major. So from B flat, a tone away would be 2 tones down, 1 and 2 would be G flat major, because we need to go down. A minor third. Oh my goodness, I was going to do all of this wrong. I took it as major. It's a tone and a half. 1.5 tones. Sorry guys. So it was a bit strange, G flat major. So 1.5 is G major, and G major has just 1 sharp, so it equals to G major, which has just 1 sharp. So this is incorrect because it should have. This is not correct. Now we do the same for each note and we see where we go. This is called C flat, Si bemolle. B flat. Okay. B flat is the same as the key, so it should be G. Is it G? Yes. Re minus a tone and a half. Can't believe with all these notes. 1.5 is B. Is this B? Yes. A flat here minus 1 tone and a half is F, and this is Fa sharp because it is in the key, so it's incorrect. It should have had a natural sign here. 1.5 Fa. So flat. Sorry, I didn't write it. So flat minus a minor third, 1.5 equals E flat. But this is Mi sharp. So this is incorrect. It should have been flat. Incorrect. Done. Literally, this is it. If this is difficult, but just be patient and go to my website under the page products or resources. Yeah, it's the same, but products is exactly where it is. And there are some step-by-step guides that you can buy. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, you will receive discount codes for each of them. So don't miss it. Question 4. In this question, we need to compare these 3 bars and circle true or false for each of the 3 statements. Okay, so to answer this, a memo rhyme coming from one of my videos about clefs. If the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? Middle C in the alto clef is here, so this is far away. Middle C in bass clef is here, so this is much closer. This is an octave higher than this, because this note is around here. The C example is in treble clef, and in treble clef Middle C is down here, so this is more than an octave away, and I think they are the same. So A equals C, and A and C are minus 1 octave, sorry, plus 1 octave. Well, I should say, like, if I want to make it like really maths like, equals C plus 1 octave. Does it make sense? A and C, these two examples, are an octave higher than B. I think that this answers all the question anyway. A and C are the same pitch. Yes, true. B is 1 octave lower than C. Yes, because B is plus 1 octave. So, no, hold on. Is 1 octave lower. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. This is an octave lower. It's just here. It's around here. B is 1 octave higher. Well, it is the opposite of what we just said. So if this is true, this is false, because A and C are the same. So B is 1 octave higher than A. It's incorrect because B is not higher than A. A would be like an octave higher up here. Impossible. Sorted. The second section is done. Section 3. This section is very important because it gives us 15 points, the highest number in the whole paper. So let's make sure that we do it correctly. In the first two questions, we need to tick the only key signature that is correctly written. Now, to answer this, you need to go and watch my videos about key signatures. There are 3. And I link them below or on the card up here. They are very fun and easy to follow, and they tell you all the tips and tricks that you need to know to answer this section with ease. We need to find the key signature of D flat major. Now, all of them have 5 flats, so let's believe that the flats are 5. The key signatures with flats can only have one shape, a zigzagging descending shape. This one. Where do we have this? Not here. Not here. Oh, look at this. We have it here and we have it here. We can check if the pattern is broken, but I don't think so. So the only way that we can find whether one of these two is incorrect is by checking the note. So we need to, the first flat is B, and this is not B. This is B because it's -1. This is middle C and this is B. Of course, it's one below. So this is the correct one. This is not B, so no. Okay, so that's the fastest way. In the next one, we have sharps, and the key signatures with sharps are, well, have this kind of shape in all the clefs, but in the tenor clef, they have another shape. But in this case, look, this is incorrect. They have another shape. In the tenor clef, they should be like this. So this is already incorrect. This shape is incorrect because it reflects this. These two shapes are the same, so no. This could be, and this one can't be, because look at the longest wave. It's at the start, but here it shouldn't be at the start, it's the second. So the only possible answer is the treble clef, because we have a smaller one and a longer one here. Does this make sense? If you watch the videos, that will be so clear, so I really recommend you to watch it. But meanwhile, let's go on to the third question in this section. Okay, this question is one of the most hated questions in the paper, but if you follow me, I'll tell you the easiest and quickest way and safest way. For those who want to have it written down, there are some PDFs that you can download and you can buy online. Go and check it on my website, All Products. That's where you need to go. First of all, the order of sharps and flats. fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, si, and then the flats, si, mi, la, re, sol, do, fa. Fun colouring gigantic drawings after eating breakfast. Big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat, cheese and figs. People are sending me their own fun sentence about this. If you watch the video, you would know. And you can also download free papers, free sheets where you can have this order and you can make up your own sentence. Now, the first thing that we need to do on the first one, for example, is to see that we have one flat and one sharp. That's wild. No, it isn't. When we have the sharp, means that this is the leading note that has been raised. So we go one semitone up and we find the key, D minor. A minor key, obviously, because in the major keys, the leading note is already raised. So the leading note is located a semitone below the tonic. So if we go a semitone up, we find the tonic. In fact, you have it here. Okay, so that makes it easier. If we want to check and we want to find the reason for this B flat, D minor is the relative minor of F major, and F major has one flat, which is B. The second example has sharps. So what do we need to do? First, we need to check the clef and we read in the bass clef. This is Do sharp. We mark it. Re sharp. We mark it. Mi sharp. Interesting. Fa sharp. So sharp. Do sharp is already marked. Okay. You will find this in the PDF as well if you buy it. But when we have a gap between a group of sharps and then another one, this is the leading note. So sorry, I marked it incorrectly though, because that was Mi sharp, so it's this one here. Yes, so E sharp, this one is the leading note of, let's go a semitone higher, and it's Fa sharp minor, because it has been raised. So the key signature has 4 sharps, but then the leading note has been raised. So this is why we see an occasional additional sharp in the piece. This happens all the time. Go in and check one of the pieces that you're learning. You will see this. It has to be a minor key though. So the answer is F sharp minor. And if we want to double check, F sharp minor is the relative minor of A major, and A major has in fact just 3 sharps, but because this is a melodic scale going up, they had to raise also the 6th degree. Complicated now, but if you are familiar with the scales, you will understand this. In the melodic scale, the 6th and 7th degrees have been raised, so this is also being raised, and it doesn't belong to the key signature. Okay, I hope it is useful, but the main thing is this gap, the gap between these two, that makes it makes this the leading note. The last example has sharps, so I need to rub all of this out. Okay. Still bass clef. Don't fall into the trap and read it in treble clef. Fa sharp, Re sharp, Do sharp, La sharp, Fa sharp, we've done it, So sharp, Re sharp, and Do sharp, all done. Okay, we have no gaps here, so this is the key signature. What do we do? From the last sharp, La, A, we go 1 semitone above and we find the major key, B major. Where is it? Here. So La sharp is the final sharp in the key signature. You have to watch the videos to understand this. The videos that I mentioned before, to A, to B, to C, they are called keys, key signatures they are called. And go a semitone higher to find the key. And it is B major. This is the quickest way. Now, I don't know how many minutes I spent on this, but definitely less than the minutes you would spend, sorry, if you're not familiar with all these things. And if you want to know the procedure better, please go and take the step-by-step guide that I publish every month. And I will cover the whole exam paper. So if you don't find your weakest question, write me an email, a comment, a message on Instagram, and I will cover it for you. Question 4. In question 4, we need to tick the box to show the missing notes, which would make this scale a C sharp harmonic minor scale. C sharp has 4 sharps in the key signature because it's the relative minor of E major, and E major has 4 sharps: Fa, Do, Sol, Re. D plus 1 semitone is E major. If you're not familiar with the treble clef, some of you might be cellist or I don't know, viola players. You can write the names of the notes here: Fa, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, and then we have La, Si, and Do sharp again. This is a harmonic minor. There is another cheat sheet that you can download from Resources for free, and it's a recapitulation of the minor scales. The harmonic scale has the 7th degree raised. Only this is raised. So we need to find an A. Is it sharp? No, because it's not sharp in the key signature. So A. Sorry, one box, tick. Tick. Yeah, we need to tick. And the last one is B. Is it sharp? No, but it needs to be raised. So B sharp and not B. So that they create this nice augmented second that is very typical of a harmonic scale. Question 5. In this question, another very long and hated question, we need to circle the only clef that would make these 3 scales minor scales. We need to remember this. First of all, as ever, the order of sharps and flats. Fun, colory, gigantic drawings after eating breakfast, and then big elephants ate dinosaurs, goat cheese and figs. Okay. Then the only way to do this is to try every single clef and then see which one would make sense. We can only have one possible answer, and there's no ambiguity in this question. So in the treble clef, this will be Sol. G minor. G minor is the relative minor of B flat, 3 semitones above, and B flat has 2 flats here. We don't have 2 flats here, but this is an ascending scale. So if this is a melodic scale, this has been raised and this has been raised. We have a sharp here, which means that this has been raised, and we don't have a flat here, which means that E has been raised too. So it was flat, but it became natural. Okay? And here, this was natural and it became sharp. So the answer is the treble clef here. This is G minor. In the bass clef, this would be B minor. B minor is the relative minor of D major. It has sharps, so no. In the alto clef, this would be A minor. A minor has no sharps, no flats, apart from the last one, but this flat wouldn't make any sense. In the tenor clef, this will be F minor. F minor is the relative minor of A flat major, which has 4 flats. So impossible to have just one flat here. I hope this makes sense. Re-listen to it if I speak too quickly. I doubt it though. Second example. In the treble clef, this will be C. C minor is the relative minor of E flat major, and E flat major has 3 flats. So we don't have any flats here, so I don't think it's the treble clef. In the bass clef, this will be E minor. E minor is the relative minor of G major, and G major has just one sharp, which could be this one. On the way down, this scale could be natural as well, because if it is melodic or natural, on the way down is natural, which means that it has the same sharps as per the key signature. In this case, just Fa. So I think that the answer is the bass clef, but I'll circle it now, but let's double check. In the alto clef, this would be D. D minor is the relative minor of F major, and F major has just one flat. There's no flat here, so no. Also, there is a sharp here, so it's impossible. In the tenor clef, this will be B minor. B minor is the relative minor of D major that has two sharps, and here we have just one, so it's impossible. So the answer is the bass clef, definitely. In the third example, we have so many sharps, but look at here, this is definitely a harmonic scale. Look at this. This is the raised note, and this means that from sharp this has become double sharp. Oh, sorry, I haven't written it here. This is E minor. In the treble clef, this will be C sharp. C sharp minor is the relative minor of E major that has four sharps, but here we have seven, literally 6 or 7. So no. In the bass clef, this will be called E sharp, but E sharp minor doesn't exist. In the alto clef, this would be called D sharp. D sharp minor is the relative minor of F sharp major. And F sharp major has 6 sharps. And I think that this is correct, because this will be the leading note raised, as we said. Let's see if in the alto clef this scale would make sense. In the alto clef, this will be B sharp minor, supposed relative minor of D sharp major, which doesn't exist. So the answer is the alto clef, and the scale is D sharp minor. You can tell because there are so many sharps, and this is C double sharp. I hope this makes sense. This is the only way and the safest way. If you write the order of sharps and flats, but you need to be familiar with the minor scales as well, so do go and revise them using my cheat sheet. Question 6. In this question, we need to circle true or false for each of the chromatic scales, where to state whether to show whether they are correctly or incorrectly written. To do that, we need a keyboard. Super long. Okay. Bass clef. D flat. How do I do this? Oh, I don't know. Re flat, okay. Do, Si, B flat. Ah, look. Oh, I don't need even to check. 3 notes of the same name in a row, not possible. So this is false. We don't need to go ahead. This is wrong. Beginning on G, so this is the tenor clef, so -1, treble -1. This is Sol, So sharp, La sharp, Si, C sharp, Do, double sharp. We skipped a note. This is incorrect. This part is incorrect. False again. 2 wrongly written chromatic scales. Shame. Question 7. In this final question of the third section, we need to circle true or false for each of these statements, and they talk about degrees of the scale. This is the leading note, this B is supposed to be the leading note of C minor. Yes, it is, because the leading note is just one semitone below, so true. This La should be the subdominant, so the fourth degree of D major. Re, Mi, Fa, Sol. The subdominant is Sol, G. So this is incorrect, false. This So sharp should be the supertonic of F sharp major. The supertonic is the one super above the tonic, so it's the second degree, and it's definitely So sharp. Yes, F sharp major has 6 sharps, so definitely G is included. So this is the supertonic. Yes. All done. Section 3 done in no time at all. Honestly, I'm going to check how much it took me to do this, plus the explanations. Please follow my videos and watch them carefully, watch the explanations, because that could be useful. Anyway, section 4. This section relates to intervals, and we have 3 questions about it. First, I need a keyboard. I write it here so I can use it for 2 exercises. No, I'm definitely not able to draw anything. Honestly, anything. I am so inconsistent with my keyboards, but this will do. Look at this. Okay, this is in this first question we need to identify the interval, and I've got also some techniques for this. Oh, there is a cheat sheet that you can download for free with the recapitulation of all the intervals and the number of tones and semitones included in them, or there are a couple of TikTok videos about it. I'll link one of them above. This is longer, this interval is longer than an octave, so it's definitely compound. To calculate this, we need to either raise this of an octave or lower this down of an octave. This time I raise it up, why not? Re sharp, so this is Re sharp and this is So sharp. Okay, Re and So. First, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a fourth. A perfect fourth should have 2.5 tones. Now let's double check from D to G sharp, D sharp to G sharp. 1, 2.5. So this is a perfect fourth, but it's a compound perfect fourth. We don't have a compound perfect fourth, but we have a perfect 11 because it's fourth plus 7. This is what you need to do. A fourth plus 7 notes equals an 11th. So this is a perfect 11th. This is almost an octave. It's a 7th. What do we do with the 6th and the 7th? We flip them over. So this Re goes here. We identify what kind of second this is. Re, Mi flat is a semitone, so it's a minor second. A minor second flipped over is a major 7th. So this is the answer. A minor second opposite, reversed, is everything is reversed. Minor becomes major and second becomes a 7th. Last one. This is a 5th. So this is, sorry. No, that's correct. La sharp and Mi. It's a 5th. A perfect 5th should be 5. A perfect 5th should be 3.5 tones away. So let's double check. From here, 1, 2, and 3, but we're missing the half. There should have been a sharp here. So instead of perfect, the fifth is diminished because it's reduced. Where is it? Diminished fifth. Here it is. Done. All done. In a very similar way, we're going to do the second question. In this question, we need to circle the type of interval, but to circle the type of interval, we need to identify the number of it. So we need to do exactly the same thing as before, I'm afraid. First, the names of the notes. So sharp, re sharp. This is a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A perfect fifth should be 3.5 tones away. So let's count. 1, 2, 3.5. Perfect. Next one. Fa sharp, you should not forget this, and B. This is more of an octave, so it's a compound interval, but never mind. For this exercise, we don't really need to know compound, so we just either raise this up or lower it down of an octave. I try to keep things within the stave, so that's how I choose. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a fourth. To be perfect, a fourth needs to have 2.5 tones. So let's count. 1, 2.5. Perfect. Great. So far, straightforward. Let's go ahead. Last one. Fa and D sharp. This is a sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. To do the 6th and 7th, I use the flip over technique. So I put this, in this case I flip this one over just to be in the stave. Re sharp Fa is a third. Now we need to measure this third. A major third should have 2 tones. Let's have a look. From Re sharp to Fa. 1. So we are actually missing a lot. Well, a sharp. So instead of 2, we have only 1. So we have taken a tone away, which is quite a lot. So 1 and 2. Okay, this would have been Fa double sharp, would have been the major third. Minus 1 semitone, minor, minus 1 semitone, diminished. So Re sharp Fa is a diminished third. If we flip it over, it becomes an augmented 6 because we flip over everything. We do everything in reverse. So augmented becomes diminished. Minor becomes major and vice versa. So this is augmented because this interval is diminished. Done. This is the quickest way ever. Question 3. In this question, we need to write the notes and we need to make sure that the note is higher. In the real exam, which is online, you will need to drag the notes on the stave. Same as before, we need a keyboard, and I'll write it here again. And this time I try to be tidy if I can. Okay. A diminished fifth. First of all, we start from the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have Sol and we have Re. Are we happy with this D or do we need an accidental? Let's check. A perfect fifth is 3.5 tones away. And then we need to take out a semitone. So 1, 2, 3.5. So this is the perfect interval. We need it diminished, so we take a semitone out and we have D flat. Why can't we use C sharp for this note? Because the fifth is G, from G to D. Otherwise, we make it a fourth. And I hope that this is clear. So this is why the enharmonic equivalents are so important for intervals and for chords, because the chords are made up of notes of specific intervals. Next one, a compound major third. First we find a major third and then we raise it up of an octave. This is Fa sharp, so 1, 2, 3 here. Fa sharp, La. This La is sharp already because it's in the key signature. So a major third is 2 tones away, 1 and 2. So with the A sharp we are actually already in the major third interval. We just need to raise it up of an octave. So here it is. We don't need a sharp here, needless to say, because it's in the key signature, so it's for all the A's in the piece, or in the bar in this case. Next one, a minor 6 from Re sharp. I flip it over and I find a major, I need to find a major third. So a major third from D sharp down, D sharp, Do, Re, Do, Si. Here it is. Let's see if this is major already. Of course it is, but let's check. 1 and 2. It is. So if I flip over this major third, I find a minor 6. So I just need to raise this up of an octave. And I found the final answer. Okay, this flipping over technique is quite useful. I need to make a video actually of this. I will. I promise. So sharp, major 9th. This is a compound interval. We just need to find a second because it's 9 minus 7, okay, equals 2, so it's a second. We need to find a major second and then raise it up of an octave. Major second is here from G sharp, is 2 semitones away, so plus plus, A sharp. This is a major second. Now we raise it up of an octave to find, what is it? La sharp. So here, La sharp. And this is the compound version of it. Okay, so if you do plus 7 or minus 7 is from compound to simple or from simple to compound. Okay, this is quite useful. It's plus 7. This section is also finished. I hope it was useful, and let's move on to section 5 relating to chords. This section, as I said, relates to chords, and there are 3 questions. Each of them is going deeper down into the topic. In the first one, we need to indicate which chords are made up of the given notes, and this is quite and the only challenge here is to find the passage notes. And I will tell you everything. First of all, we need the key. This piece is no sharps, no flats, and I think it's in C major. Otherwise, it would have been in A minor. We have no raised notes, no leading notes, so it is in C major. We need this. Now we write down the names of the notes and then we put them in order, and I'll tell you what happens. So this is what it means. Fa, re, and la. Re and la. Now the order of the notes is that if you have a keyboard, or if you imagine the order of the notes, we need to be sure that they are like one is on, off, off, on. Okay, you need to find this shape. It can be this, it can be this, it can be this, it can be this. It has to be this shape. 1, 3, 5. Imagine it, visualize it. Even if you don't play the piano, that's the same. In this case, I think it's re, fa, la. Re, mi is missing. Fa, sol is missing, and la. Re, mi, fa, sol, la. D, E, F, G, A. I need to think. Now the bottom note is D, and D for C major is the second degree, and we know that we are right because the second degree is listed here. We can only find one of these 4 chords. This is important. Next one, we have two notes only, and they are Sol and Si. Of course, this is the order. Now, we only have these two notes, and the best way to find, the safest way to find the third missing note, because obviously there is a third note that is missing, is to start with by adding a note up or a note down. I start with a note up. If I put a note on the top, that would be D. That will make this a G major chord, which is the 5th degree of C major. So that, I think, is the right answer. However, just for the purpose of this tutorial, I tried the lower note. So B, G, and E, Mi. E is the 3rd degree of C major, but the 3rd degree is not listed here. So the answer is G. And also 2-5 is an imperfect cadence. So it makes sense. We don't need to write it here, but we will need it for exercise 2. So I add an extra thing as a way to revise our knowledge. Next one, we have 4 notes, and one of them is definitely a passage note. So let's write them in order. La, Re, Mi, and Fa. Okay, in order, I think they are Re, Mi, Fa, La. So Re, Mi, Fa, and La. If I play this, Re, Mi, Fa, and La, you can see that this is the added note that we need to get rid of, because this is a passage note. So the chord is Re, Fa, La again, which is this one. 2nd degree. Next one, again, Sol, La, Si, the same. Oh, this is really lucky. It's the same chord. I would expect now of a tonic, and here it is, because 5-1 is the perfect cadence, and 2-5-1 is an extended perfect cadence. It could be 4-5-1, it could be 2-5-1, it could be 6-5-1, but it's an extended cadence made up of an imperfect cadence and a perfect cadence afterwards. I hope this is useful. Let me know, and let's move on now on to question 2. In this question, we need to do the same as we've done before, basically the same, but in this case the chords are already sorted in a vertical way, so there will be no passing notes. Easy. Also, they give us the key, which is quite nice. Thank you so much. First chord, La, La, Mi, and Do, sharp. Wow. La is doubled, so goodbye. I think that the order is La, Do, Mi. La, Si, Do, Re, Mi. La, Do, Mi. So La, Do sharp, and Mi. The bottom note is La, A, which is a 5th apart. Re, Mi, Fa, So, La. 5th. So this is the 5th degree. Next chord. Re, La, Fa sharp, and Re. Re is doubled, and I think the order is Re, Fa, La. Re, Fa, La. The bottom note is Re, and is the tonic. 5-1, the perfect cadence. Next one. We are in G major. Do, Sol, Mi, Do. Do, sorry. Do. Doubled. Do, Mi, Sol, I think is the order. Do, Mi, Sol. So Do is at the bottom, and for G major is the 4th degree. Sol, La, Si, Do, the 4th degree. So this is number 4. Next one, I would expect, because we have imperfect, perfect, plagal, once we have 4, we should have 5, chord 5, but anyway, Sol, Sol, Re, Si. Sol is doubled, Sol, Si, Re is the order that we want, and Sol is the 1st degree, actually. No, that's right, after 4 there could be 1st degree, because it's a plagal cadence. Yeah, why did I say just imperfect? Don't know. Anyway, yes, perfect and plagal are the final answers. Question 3. In this question, we need to go deeper into the chords. once we find the chords, we need to find also the inversion in which they are presented. The key is in C minor. Thank you for letting us know. Sol, Sol, Re, and be natural because it's sharp here, but never mind now. Sol is doubled, is flat, I meant. I think that the order is Sol, Si, Re, Sol, La, Si, Do, Re. So Sol, Si, Re. The bottom note is Sol. And for Do, C minor, is the 5th degree. C, B, oh my God. C, D, E, F, G. So it's the 5th degree. This is the 5th degree. Now, at the bottom, do we have G? Do we have B? Or do we have D? At the bottom we have G, so it's 5A. 5A could be also called 5A. Next one, we have Do, La, flat, Fa, and Fa. Fa is doubled. I think that the order is Fa, La, Do. Fa is the bottom note, and for C minor is the 4th degree. Do, Re, Mi, Fa. So this is the 4th degree. At the bottom of this chord here, do we have this note? So I can maybe do this. Do we have F? Do we have A flat? Do we have C? I call this C in bass clef. So this is 4C. Now I can say that this C, C, B, B, it's very confusing because that relates to both the position and the names of the notes. Sorry, but this is true. Don't tell me that this is not true because I don't believe it. It's very confusing. C, C, B, A. Oh, please. To make it quicker, they made it more complicated. Sol, Sol. Oh, sorry, I didn't say it. 4C. No. Moaning and forgetting. Mi, flat, this one, and Do. Okay, Sol is doubled. We can cross it out. I think the order is Do, Mi, Sol. Do, Mi, Sol. At the bottom of our chord there is C, which is the tonic. So great, this is the tonic. Now, here on the score, do we have Do? Do we have E flat? Or do we have, Sol? I think this note is Sol, so this is 1C. Here's the final answer. I hope this was useful. Let's move on to section 6. This section relates to terms, signs and instruments, and part of it is has to be memorized. Another part can be guessed, and another part is also down to experience, and you should try to gain all these things together. Traurig is a German name for sad. We just need to remember it unless you're German and you know it. Modere is very close to moderate, so at a moderate speed. Okay, modere is on the top, usually is on the top of the well, at the start of a piece, and it relates to speed, not really to the volume, because moderately loud is another way of saying mezzo forte, but it's not moderately, it's almost. Anyway, moderate speed. Alla breve is to count in minims, because the breve is is twice as much as the semi-breve. So a minim beat. The semi-breve counts in crotchets. The breve counts in minims, so the value above it. I hope this is useful. Question 2. In this question, we need to tick the box that shows the written out ornament as it is. We have 3 notes here, so it can be an appoggiatura, can be an acciaccatura, can be a trill. It has to be a lower mordent. The trill is made up of many notes, appoggiatura, acciaccatura, just 2. And also there is a cheat sheet that you can download for free under the page resources from my website. Go and check, it's quite useful. The next one is a 5-note ornament, and so it can be acciaccatura, can be trill, can be mordent because it's just 3 notes, is an upper turn, and is a gruppetto, also called. And the symbol is this, and as you can see, the symbol really reflects this kind of shape. Okay, so the shape of the notes are the shape of the mirrored in the shape of the ornament. I hope this is useful. This is the quickest answer ever, but it was really casually because, you know, appoggiatura, acciaccatura, just 2 notes. Very lucky today. Question 3. In this question, we have a number of statements related to instruments, and we need to circle true or false for each of them. This is down to your knowledge, but also this can be answered very easily if you play in an orchestra or if you observe an orchestra. There is also a series of videos published by the London Symphony Orchestra, something like that, and the musicians present their own instruments. I think that series is like the best, and I recommend you all to watch it. So you can create some sort of knowledge based on experience that you didn't actually have yet. A flute can be played pizzicato? Not at all. Pizzicato means this. So what do we pluck? Well, pluck. It's not a pluck. What do we pluck with the flute? Nothing. We pluck a string like that. Dun, dun, dun. False. A tuba is the lowest sounding brass instrument. Yes. Tuba in Italian it's called also basso tuba, so it is basso bass, the lowest. The violin is a transposing instrument. Not at all. Not at all. But, for example, the double bass or contrabass, yes it is, weirdly. So, no, the violin is not a transposing instrument. Una corda means to press the left pedal. Yes. There is a video about this, a short on YouTube here. I link it above. Go and watch it, it's quite useful. An alto voice has a higher range than a mezzo soprano voice. No, if you have watched the videos about clefs, you should know that the order of the voices is the order of the clefs as well. Soprano, mezzo soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, and bass. So if you know that, you know 2 things in one. Sorted. This section is now finished. Let's turn the page and let's go on to our final section of this paper. So quick. In this section we have 5 questions relating to a piece of music that is written out, and we just need to observe it and answer the questions. In the first one we need to compare these bars with bar 7, left hand part, which I copy out here. Left hand, so bass clef, and bar 7 starts with this note here, which is A flat. Anyway, in bass clef, middle C is here. Again, if the pitch you want to know, middle C, are you above or below? In the alto clef, middle C is here, so it's I actually write the whole thing because the third note. Okay, so middle C is here and middle C is here. So you can see that this is just around middle C, but this is an octave lower. In the treble clef, middle C is down here, so this is an octave higher. This C is an octave higher, so it's the same. So this is equal to B. And in the tenor clef, middle C is here, so this is it. So A equals C, and B and the original are an octave lower. Equals B minus 1 octave. Yeah. Only B is correctly rewritten 1 octave higher. So we need to find what is written an octave higher. Well, only B. Yeah. Only B. Because these ones, wait there, an octave higher than this. It means middle C. So this is incorrect. These two are written an octave higher because this part is around an octave lower than middle C. So we need to find what has been written around middle C, which is A and C. So the correct answer is this. Only A and C are correctly written 1 octave higher. That's it. Question 2. The music ends on the tonic chord of C minor. Yes. And here it is. The music should be played smoothly. Not really. There are lots of staccato notes. Yeah, I don't think so. I would say false. Bar 1 is the quietest bar of the piece. Well, not really. It's bar 8. There is pianissimo here, as you can see. So it's false. The rhythm in the right-hand part of bar 1 is the same as that in the left-hand part of bar 2. And it is true. Look at this. They are really the same, and they have the same slurs, the same articulation, same intervals. So yes, true. Well, they say the rhythm. The interval of a perfect octave between two notes next to each other occurs twice in bars 1 to 4 of the right-hand part. And the answer is true. And here they are. Done. Next. In question 3, we need to tick the box that shows which instrument would be able to play bar 1, 2, 3 of the left-hand part without struggling. Well, we are around middle C, but we go further down, bar 1, 2, 3. So we can't use the clarinet and we can't use the trumpet. The viola is a little bit too low for viola. If we would have been like not going further down in bar 2, it might have been suitable, but I would say cello. Yeah, cello. Question 4. How many times the leading note of E flat major, which is D, the 7th degree, which is D, appears in bars 1 to 4 of the left-hand part? And the answer is 1. And here it is. Literally, that's the only time within the bars 1 to 4. So 1. The last question. We need to complete the 2 sentences by adding a number to each. There are 2 written out acciaccature in the left-hand part in bar 6. And here they are. Quick notes, 2 notes involved, and they are quick. Ta-da, ta-da. The first note in the left-hand part of bar 1, which is a dotted crotchet, it's worth, well, okay, a crotchet is 4 semiquavers, which is equals to 8 demisemiquavers, and the dot is 2 quavers. Sorry, the dot is two semiquavers, which is equals to 4 demisemiquavers. So it's 12. So again, the crotchet is 4 semiquavers equals to 8 demisemiquavers. The dot is a quaver equals 2 semiquavers equal 4 demisemiquavers. And with this lovely maths exercise, we have completed the C paper. I hope it is useful. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and to subscribe on YouTube. Share this with your friends. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was useful. Don't forget to leave a like down there and share it with your friends. If it was useful for you, it will be useful for other people too. Now, if you want more sample papers published by ABRSM, click here and find the video you're looking for. In the meantime, I would like to thank all the ones who are messaging me and leaving comments. You know that I always read them and I always reply. And thanks to all the ones who are telling me that, thanks to my videos, they have improved and feel more confident. This makes me so happy. What else to say? Happy music, everyone. Bye.